Have you ever jolted awake in the middle of the night, startled by pins and needles in your fingertips, as if tiny electric shocks are pulsing through you? Or felt your legs transform into lead when climbing the stairs, and heard your knees warn you with every step? These aren't just signs of aging or fatigue. They're distress signals your body is sending, alerting you that something vital is failing, something most people overlook until it's too late. Collagen. Hello, I'm Dr. Jen, and with over 3 decades of experience in senior health, I've walked alongside hundreds of patients through these very struggles. What many don't realize is that by age 60, the average person has already lost more than 30% of their collagen, the essential support system for your joints, muscles, and nerves. It's like losing the cushioning in your favorite armchair, yet still expecting it to feel soft and supportive. But here's the truth that gives me hope every morning. This is not the end of the story. Collagen loss is real, but it is not irreversible. And it doesn't require costly supplements or risky procedures. Instead, some of the simplest and most powerful medicines are found right in your kitchen: vegetables. In this video, I'm revealing 8 scientifically proven vegetables that naturally restore collagen. I'll explain exactly how each one works at a molecular level, share real-life success stories from my patients, and even give you practical meal ideas you can use tonight. If you're ready to reclaim your mobility, relieve those nighttime tingles, and climb stairs without dread, you're in the right place. So here's what I'd like you to do. Tap that like button to let me know this matters to you. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because every week I bring you simple, science-backed advice to help you stay strong, steady, and independent well into your 70s and beyond. Then, stick with me through this video, because what I'm about to show you could change the next decade of your life. Vegetable number 8, red bell pepper, the collagen catalyst. It's often the simplest things we overlook that hold the greatest power to heal. Take a moment to look inside your refrigerator. Do you see a bright, glossy red bell pepper hiding in the vegetable drawer? You might have passed it by hundreds of times, thinking it was just for decoration or color. But what if I told you that this humble vegetable could be your first step in rebuilding what time has silently taken away? Red bell peppers are more than just colorful additions to your meals. They are one of nature's most potent sources of vitamin C, the very nutrient your body needs to kickstart collagen synthesis. And that matters, because without collagen, your joints lose their cushion, your nerves lose their insulation, and your muscles lose their structure. In fact, just half a cup of raw red bell pepper delivers more than 140% of your daily vitamin C needs. Let's pause here for a second. One of my patients, Mary, a retired librarian in her late 60s, used to complain of burning hands that would wake her from sleep and make it difficult to turn doorknobs in the morning. We didn't reach for pills. We reached for her plate. We added raw red bell pepper to her lunch salads and lightly sautéed slices to her dinners. Within weeks, the tingling faded, and over time, her grip grew strong enough to hold her favorite hardback books again without pain. This isn't coincidence. This is chemistry. Vitamin C powers the enzymes that transform amino acids into durable collagen fibers, the ones that strengthen your skin, ligaments, and cartilage. And that's not all. Red bell peppers also contain capsaicin, a natural compound that reduces oxidative stress, which is one of the main culprits behind nerve damage and joint inflammation. Scientific studies back this up. A 2020 clinical trial published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed diets rich in vitamin C experienced better grip strength, faster walking speeds, and fewer signs of inflammation, all signs of improved collagen health. But here's the catch: the way you prepare red bell peppers matters. Heat can destroy the fragile vitamin C content. That's why I recommend eating them raw whenever possible, sliced onto salads, dipped in hummus, or blended into fresh vegetable wraps. If you do cook them, do it gently. Add them at the very end of stir-frying, just long enough to warm them, but not long enough to break down their nutrients. And remember, your body doesn't store vitamin C. You need a fresh supply every single day. Think of red bell pepper as your daily insurance policy for healthier joints, stronger muscles, and steadier hands. So, the next time your fingers feel numb or your knees groan under pressure, don't just dismiss it as aging. Reach for something powerful. Reach for something red. Because healing can start with a pepper. Vegetable number 7, spinach, the quiet healer. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't have the vibrant color of a bell pepper or the exotic appeal of seaweed. But spinach, that unassuming, leafy green we so often take for granted, holds within its leaves the quiet strength of a healer. And if you're over 60 and battling stiff joints, burning nerves, or legs that feel unsteady, spinach may be the very ally your body has been quietly waiting for. Let me explain. What makes spinach so uniquely powerful isn't just one nutrient, it's the harmony of many. First, spinach is rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Why is this important? Because vitamin A helps regulate the fibroblasts, the very cells responsible for producing collagen. Without it, your body can't lay down the foundational tissue that gives your joints flexibility and your skin strength. Without it, collagen production slows to a crawl. But it doesn't stop there. Spinach is also packed with lutein and chlorophyll, two antioxidants that help detoxify your tissues and calm chronic inflammation. And inflammation, as I often remind my patients, is the quiet saboteur of aging bodies. It doesn't always come with warning signs. Sometimes it appears as a dull ache in your legs or a burning sensation in your fingers. Sometimes it simply robs you of ease and grace in your movement. Let me share a story. Thomas, a 70-year-old retired carpenter, came to me with a complaint common among seniors. His hands would cramp when using a screwdriver, and sometimes his legs felt too weak to carry firewood from his shed. After assessing his diet, we discovered he was severely lacking magnesium, a mineral critical to nerve function and collagen stability. We added sautéed spinach to his daily meals, along with a simple beet salad twice a week. Within 2 months, his symptoms dramatically improved. "Doc," he told me with a grin, "I can split wood again, and that's no small thing." You see, spinach is a quiet powerhouse of magnesium, and over 60% of adults over 60 are magnesium deficient. This mineral is not just for bones. It regulates muscle contractions, improves nerve conductivity, and activates enzymes responsible for collagen repair. Without it, cramps become common, tingling intensifies, and flexibility fades. But that's still not all. Spinach also contains natural nitrates that help widen your blood vessels and improve circulation. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reach your joints, muscles, and collagen-producing cells. And when that happens, healing accelerates. A 2018 study in biological trace element research confirmed that seniors with higher dietary magnesium experienced better joint mobility, lower rates of nerve compression syndromes like carpal tunnel, and fewer muscle spasms. So how should you eat it? Add it raw to smoothies or salads to preserve its antioxidants. Lightly sauté it with garlic and olive oil for a mineral-rich side, or stir it into soups, eggs, or stews just before serving. It doesn't need to be flashy to work wonders. It just needs to be present on your plate. Spinach won't demand your attention. It won't wow you with color or taste. But day after day, leaf by leaf, it supports your body's ability to repair, to move, and to feel alive again. In the quiet war against aging and inflammation, spinach is your steadfast soldier. Vegetable number 6, okra, the collagen cushion. It's slimy, it's slippery, and it's often ignored at the grocery store. But behind its strange texture, okra holds one of the most powerful secrets to restoring your aging joints and calming those nerve tingles in your hands and feet. If you've overlooked okra because of how it feels, it's time to look again, this time with a healing perspective. Because okra isn't just food, it's a natural form of medicine, a cushion your joints have been begging for. Let me explain why. Inside every okra pod is a slick, gel-like substance called mucilage. To many, this is just the slime. But biologically, mucilage functions like a natural internal lubricant. When eaten regularly, it mimics and supports the synovial fluid that keeps your joints moving smoothly. It coats the connective tissues between bones, reducing friction and irritation. Imagine oiling a rusted hinge. That's what okra does inside your knees, your wrists, and your spine. And that's just the beginning. Okra is also rich in a group of plant compounds called polyphenols, including pectin, quercetin, and remnogalacturenin. These names might sound complex, but their role is simple. They help fight inflammation and directly support collagen regeneration. In a 2021 study published in Pharmaceutical Biology, researchers discovered that okra extract not only reduced joint inflammation in animals, but also increased collagen density and helped cartilage rebuild itself. One of my patients, Marlene, 69, had reached a point where her fingers couldn't fully close. She feared losing the ability to paint, her lifelong passion. Instead of rushing into injections, we started slowly. 3 times a week, we added steamed okra to her meals, seasoned lightly with turmeric and lemon. Within 6 weeks, her fingers loosened, and within 2 months, she was painting again. Okra's healing isn't just about what it gives, it's also about what it protects. It contains antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids that shield your nerves from oxidative stress, a major culprit behind burning sensations, numbness, and tingling. If you've ever felt like your legs might buckle without warning, or your hands seem to lose grip for no reason, oxidative stress may be silently attacking your nerve linings. Okra steps in as a shield. But that's not all it delivers. This green pod brings together vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese, a trio essential for repairing damaged collagen. Vitamin C acts as a catalyst for new collagen formation. Vitamin K ensures that calcium ends up where it belongs, inside your bones, not in your joints or soft tissues where it causes stiffness and pain. And manganese helps create proline, one of the key amino acids that makes collagen flexible and strong. Think of okra as your joints repair kit. It reduces swelling, it regenerates, it strengthens, and most of all, it cushions, providing the smooth glide that aging joints so often lose. Worried about the texture? There are simple fixes. Roasting okra at high heat reduces its slipperiness while keeping its nutrients intact. Adding it to stews or soups allows the mucilage to enrich the broth and your joints. Or try slicing it thin and stir-frying quickly with garlic and olive oil. The truth is, okra is not a side dish, it's a solution. So the next time your knees ache on the stairs, or you feel that unpleasant shock through your fingers while typing or holding a mug, remember this. You don't always need a prescription. Sometimes you just need a plant with the power to restore, and okra is one of the best. Vegetable number 5, broccoli, the structural defender. It's the vegetable we all grew up seeing on our plates, sometimes pushed aside, sometimes choked down out of obligation. But if you've ever underestimated broccoli, now's the time to rethink it. Because when it comes to defending your joints, nerves, and collagen from the wear and tear of aging, broccoli doesn't just help, it goes to battle for you. Broccoli is a structural defender, quiet, steady, and incredibly effective. Here's why. Deep inside this cruciferous green lies a powerful compound called sulforaphane. It's not a household name, but its effect is extraordinary. Sulforaphane has been shown to activate what we call cytoprotective genes, the very genes responsible for protecting and repairing the body's connective tissues, including collagen. A 2020 study in the Journal of Cellular Physiology found that sulforaphane helped protect fibroblasts, the cells that build collagen, from damage and stress. It also reduced inflammation in joints and accelerated the healing of cartilage, the exact type of tissue that gets thinner, weaker, and more brittle with age. But broccoli's benefits don't stop at one compound. It's also packed with vitamin C to drive collagen synthesis, vitamin K to regulate calcium placement in bones and joints, and glucosinolates, natural antioxidants that defend against oxidative stress, which is one of the biggest destroyers of collagen in the aging body. Let me share a story. James, a 73-year-old retired piano tuner, came to me complaining of sharp, intermittent pain in his knees and hands. He said his fingers felt like they stuck when pressing piano keys, and stairs had become something to avoid. We made small changes, no drastic diets or pills, just added steamed broccoli with olive oil and lemon 3 times a week, plus a handful of walnuts for added support. 2 months later, he played a full sonata for the first time in years, without pain. His joints didn't just hurt less, they moved better, freer, stronger. You see, when your knees crack as you walk, or when your hands go numb while gripping the steering wheel or pouring tea, it's not just aging, it's your collagen crying out for reinforcements. Broccoli offers exactly that. There's another critical factor at play here: blood sugar regulation. You may not think blood sugar has anything to do with collagen, but it does. High blood sugar can trigger a process called glycation, where excess sugar molecules bind to collagen fibers, making them stiff and brittle. Over time, this accelerates joint degeneration and even nerve damage. Broccoli, with its high fiber content and low glycemic index, helps control blood sugar levels. By doing so, it protects your collagen from being broken down prematurely. And let's not forget its effect on nerve health. The antioxidants in broccoli help reduce inflammation around your nerves, especially in sensitive areas like your hands, wrists, and feet. If you've been experiencing burning, tingling, or numbness in these areas, the compounds in broccoli may be able to calm the irritation and restore balance. How to get the most from it? Steam your broccoli just until it's vibrant green and still crisp. Overcooking destroys sulforaphane. Drizzle it with olive oil to help absorb its fat-soluble vitamins. Add lemon juice to boost its absorption of iron and vitamin C. Or toss it into a stir-fry near the end of cooking. Better yet, make a broccoli soup blended with garlic, onions, and bone broth for a collagen-packed meal. Broccoli may look simple, but don't be fooled. It's one of the most complete, science-backed vegetables for defending your body's internal scaffolding. It strengthens where you feel weakest. It heals where you've been hurting. So the next time your body feels fragile, don't reach for the medicine cabinet. Reach for your cutting board and make space for this green defender, because broccoli doesn't just support structure, it helps rebuild it from the inside out. Vegetable number 4, beets, the blood flow booster. Sometimes the problem isn't that your body can't heal, it's that the healing ingredients can't reach where they're needed. If your hands feel cold and numb, if your calves ache after a short walk, or your legs tingle at night, it might not be worn out muscles or stiff joints. It might be poor circulation starving your tissues of oxygen and nutrients. That's where beets come in, nature's deep red remedy. Beets are more than just root vegetables. They are blood flow enhancers. They are collagen activators. And for aging adults, they are nothing short of essential. Here's how they work. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and widens your blood vessels, a process known as vasodilation. This allows more oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to reach your muscles, joints, and nerves. When your tissues are well-nourished, they can repair faster, function better, and stay stronger. A 2018 study published in Nutrients showed that consuming beetroot juice improved blood flow in the legs of older adults by an impressive 23%. That increased circulation translated into stronger muscle activation, reduced fatigue, and better endurance. In short, beets help your body move like it used to. One of my patients, Ron, a 71-year-old former gardener, had given up his morning walks because of cramping and a strange tingling in his feet. We started with roasted beets 3 times a week and a small glass of beet juice on alternate days. Within 4 weeks, he said something I'll never forget. "I didn't even notice the hill this time, Doc. My legs just kept going." But beets don't stop at circulation. They also carry a powerful antioxidant called betanin, the same pigment that gives them their rich crimson color. Betanin fights oxidative stress, which is one of the major contributors to collagen breakdown, cartilage erosion, and nerve damage. If your joints feel inflamed or your nerves feel raw and overactive, betanin helps calm the storm from within. Beets are also a great source of folate, an often overlooked B vitamin essential for tissue repair. Folate helps your body build new cells and supports the formation of strong, healthy collagen fibers. It also lowers homocysteine, a chemical that can damage blood vessels and degrade collagen if it builds up too high. For anyone experiencing numb toes, delayed healing, or general muscle weakness, folate is not optional, it's critical. The best way to eat beets? Roast them to bring out their sweetness and preserve nutrients. Steam them for a quick, easy side dish. Or shred them raw into salads with lemon and olive oil in for a refreshing crunch. Avoid boiling, as it leaches nutrients into the water. And for a quick boost, try a small glass of unsweetened beet juice. Just make sure to pair it with citrus or another vitamin C-rich food to enhance nitrate absorption. Want to supercharge the benefits? Combine beets with other circulation boosters like spinach, parsley, or red bell pepper. Together, they create an environment where collagen can be built, protected, and delivered exactly where your body needs it. Don't let poor circulation steal your vitality. If your legs feel heavy, if your hands feel cold, if you're constantly massaging your calves or wiggling your toes for relief, your body is crying out for better blood flow. and beets are one of the most natural, affordable, and effective ways to restore it. This isn't just a vegetable, it's a vascular solution. It's collagen's delivery system. It's fuel for your freedom of movement, so don't leave them off your plate. Let beets bring color back into your meals and circulation back into your life. Vegetable number 3, seaweed, the marine miracle. If there's one food that surprises almost every patient I work with, it's this, seaweed. Not because it's strange or exotic, but because it's quietly one of the most powerful natural tools we have for restoring collagen and healing age-related damage in the body, especially in our joints, nerves, and skin. Seaweed isn't just a garnish on sushi. It's a marine miracle, a nutrient-rich, collagen-activating superfood harvested from the ocean. And if you've been battling brittle joints, tingling fingers, or dry, fragile skin after 60, you might just be missing the support system that seaweed delivers. Let me explain. Seaweed is packed with essential minerals, copper, manganese, zinc, iodine, all in forms your body can easily absorb. These minerals serve as enzyme cofactors, meaning they activate and accelerate the very biochemical reactions needed to produce collagen. Without them, your body can't build or repair collagen efficiently, no matter how much protein or vitamin C you consume. But what truly sets seaweed apart is a compound called fucoidan. Found only in brown varieties of seaweed, like wakame and kombu, fucoidan has been shown to stimulate fibroblasts, the collagen-building cells, and reduce inflammation in joint tissues. In one 2021 clinical trial, older adults supplementing with seaweed extract reported reduced joint stiffness, less pain, and faster recovery from tendon injuries, all within a few weeks. Now let me share the story of Iris, a 66-year-old artist who came to me after nearly giving up painting due to chronic wrist pain and numbness in her fingers. We added just a few sheets of dried seaweed to her weekly meals, crumbled into soups, blended into smoothies, even sprinkled over scrambled eggs. After 6 weeks, not only had her pain subsided, but the skin on her hands was visibly firmer. She told me, "It's as if my joints remembered how to be young again." But seaweed's benefits don't end at collagen. It's also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce systemic inflammation, the type of silent, body-wide inflammation that wears down tissues, compresses nerves, and leaves you feeling older than your years. Its natural plant sterols help strengthen cell membranes, making skin more elastic and joints more resilient. Perhaps most underrated, though, is seaweed's iodine content. Iodine is essential for a well-functioning thyroid, and your thyroid directly influences how fast your body heals. If you've ever dealt with cold hands, sluggish energy, slow wound recovery, or unexplained weight gain, your thyroid might be underperforming, and seaweed offers a natural, gentle way to support it. In fact, thyroid health is a missing link in many collagen discussions. A sluggish thyroid slows down the very regeneration your joints and nerves depend on. Seaweed helps awaken that system. Want to see the benefits show up in the mirror too? Regular seaweed intake has been shown to increase skin elasticity, reduce wrinkles, and speed up wound healing. That's collagen working not just beneath the surface, but across your whole body. So how do you add it to your diet? Keep it simple. Use low-sodium nori sheets as a snack. Add kombu to broths. Sprinkle dried seaweed flakes into your soups or over salads. Blend a small amount into smoothies. You won't even taste it. And always choose plain seaweed without added sugar or oil for maximum benefit. For those who've dismissed seaweed as too unfamiliar or not for them, I encourage you to reconsider. It's a natural pharmacy from the sea, quiet, powerful, and packed with the tools your body needs to rebuild what time has worn down. You may not live by the ocean, but you can let the ocean live inside you. And with just a few servings a week, this marine miracle could be the turning point in your journey to strength, balance, and lasting comfort. Vegetable number 2, asparagus. The nerve guardian. At first glance, asparagus might seem like just another vegetable, long, green, elegant on the plate. But underneath its delicate appearance lies a quiet power. It's not just good for digestion or springtime meals. Asparagus is one of the most overlooked allies in restoring nerve function, strengthening joints, and rebuilding the collagen matrix that holds your body together. In short, asparagus is your nerve guardian, a frontline defender in your fight against weakness, numbness, and the slow erosion of strength that too often comes with age. So what makes asparagus so essential? It starts with glutathione, one of the most powerful antioxidants your body can produce, and asparagus is one of the richest natural sources. Glutathione acts like a cellular bodyguard. It shields your tissues from oxidative stress, the same destructive process that damages collagen, frays nerve endings, and accelerates aging from the inside out. When glutathione levels fall, which they naturally do after 60, your body becomes more vulnerable to inflammation, slower healing, and chronic discomfort. That persistent tingling in your feet, the burning in your fingers, often, it's oxidative stress inflaming your nerves and degrading your connective tissue. Asparagus replenishes the shield. And it doesn't stop there. Asparagus is also packed with vitamin K, a critical nutrient for joint health that many seniors are severely deficient in. Why does vitamin K matter? Because it acts like a traffic director for calcium. Without enough vitamin K, calcium tends to drift out of your bones and settle in soft tissues, around your joints, inside your arteries, even near nerves. This leads to stiffness, reduced mobility, and compression that triggers those uncomfortable pins and needles sensations in your arms or legs. Vitamin K helps send calcium back where it belongs, into your bones, while keeping your soft tissues flexible and free from painful buildup. Let me tell you about Robert, age 74, who came to me after experiencing numbness in his right leg and tightness around his knees every time he got up from bed. He had already seen 2 specialists and was considering nerve block injections. But after a simple adjustment to his diet, adding steamed asparagus to his dinners 5 nights a week, alongside other anti-inflammatory foods, his symptoms began to fade. Within 6 weeks, he could stand, walk, and even garden again without that familiar, frustrating tightness. That's not magic. That's the regenerative work of nutrients doing what they were designed to do. Asparagus also delivers folate, a B vitamin essential for cell regeneration and the creation of new collagen fibers. Folate plays a silent, foundational role in your body's ability to repair worn-down tissue and nerve insulation. Without it, your healing slows, your tissues thin, and your strength becomes more difficult to reclaim. And here's something else. Asparagus contains asparagine, a natural amino acid that supports nerve function by helping balance fluid levels in your cells. This is especially important for seniors experiencing nerve compression or muscle fatigue, both of which can be worsened by poor cellular hydration and nerve conductivity. When you combine these elements, glutathione for protection, vitamin K for mobility, folate for repair, and asparagine for nerve signaling, you begin to understand why asparagus deserves a permanent place in your weekly routine. How should you eat it? Steam it gently to preserve its nutrients. Roast it with olive oil and lemon for a flavorful, collagen-friendly side dish. Or chop it into omelets, soups, or grain bowls. Just avoid overcooking, which can destroy its most delicate compounds. You don't need a complicated supplement stack. Sometimes, all it takes is a spear of asparagus on your plate consistently, day after day, because when it comes to defending your nerves, clearing out calcium buildup, and supporting the collagen that keeps your joints strong, this humble stock stands tall. Vegetable number 1, parsley, the overlooked champion. It often sits on the edge of the plate, barely noticed and quickly brushed aside, a garnish, an afterthought. But this tiny green leaf, parsley, holds a healing potential that far exceeds its humble appearance. For seniors battling stiff joints, tingling fingers, or thinning skin, parsley may be the quiet hero they've been overlooking for far too long. Let me tell you this up front. Parsley is not decoration. It is medicine disguised as garnish. Parsley is one of nature's richest sources of vitamin C, a critical ingredient in the formation of new collagen. Collagen can't form without it, period. You could eat all the protein in the world, but without vitamin C, your body simply cannot stitch together the strong, flexible fibers that keep your joints resilient, your skin firm, and your blood vessels elastic. In fact, a 2021 study published in Nutrients found that older adults with higher vitamin C intake had stronger tendons, improved skin density, and better joint mobility, especially in the knees, hands, and spine. These weren't small improvements. These were real, functional changes in how people moved, healed, and felt day to day. But vitamin C is only the beginning. Parsley also provides a generous amount of vitamin K, which, as we discussed earlier, is the calcium traffic controller in your body. It ensures that calcium strengthens your bones, not your arteries, not your ligaments, and certainly not the soft tissue around your joints. Without enough vitamin K, calcium can accumulate where it doesn't belong, contributing to joint stiffness, nerve compression, and a brittle, achy feeling that seems to settle deep into your bones. Parsley helps prevent that. Still not impressed? Here's more. Parsley is also rich in apigenin, a powerful antioxidant flavonoid that shields your collagen from degradation. Think of apigenin as a bodyguard. It stands between your collagen fibers and the oxidative stress that tries to wear them down day after day. And while many foods lose their potency after cooking, parsley holds its power even when chopped or blended. And let's not forget its chlorophyll content. This green pigment doesn't just give parsley its color. It fuels oxygen transport to your muscles, joints, and tissues. More oxygen means faster healing, better flexibility, and reduced inflammation. And for those battling sluggish circulation, fatigue, or brain fog, that increased oxygen delivery can feel like a breath of new life. Let me tell you about Anne, age 70, who came to me struggling with swollen joints and a constant tingling sensation in her hands. She'd tried various supplements, but nothing seemed to help long-term. We made a single change. She began adding fresh parsley, just 2 to 3 tablespoons daily, to her meals. She stirred it into soups, sprinkled it on eggs, and blended it into smoothies. Within a month, her symptoms eased. Within 2, they were nearly gone. She called it a miracle. I told her it was just science and consistency. So how do you use parsley for maximum benefit? Use it raw, and use it often. Chop a handful into your salads. Blend it into green smoothies with spinach and lemon. Add it to scrambled eggs or sprinkle it generously over roasted vegetables. Even a few tablespoons a day can have a therapeutic effect. Most people don't realize that a single serving of fresh parsley contains more vitamin C than an orange and more vitamin K than kale. That's not garnish, that's potent therapy. And perhaps most importantly, parsley is easy to grow, even on a windowsill, even in a small pot. It's fresh, accessible, and waiting for you to take it seriously. If you've ever felt that your body is falling behind, if your joints feel fragile, or your nerves unreliable, don't ignore the greens sitting quietly on the edge of your plate. They're not there to make your meal look pretty. They're there to keep you moving, healing, and thriving. Parsley is not a garnish. It's the overlooked champion in your fight for strength, balance, and longevity. By now, you've walked through 8 powerful vegetables, each one uniquely gifted to restore what aging tries to take away. And as you've seen, the tingling in your hands, the weakness in your legs, the stiffness in your joints, these aren't random signs of getting old. They're signals, warnings, and more importantly, invitations. Invitations to fight back. The lesson here is simple but life-changing. Collagen loss is not a one-way street. Yes, your body produces less of it after 60. Yes, your joints feel drier, your nerves more reactive, and your skin thinner. But no, you are not powerless. Your plate holds more power than most pills. Nature has always provided the tools. We just forgot where to look. It doesn't take a radical overhaul to feel better. It takes small, intentional shifts repeated over time. A handful of spinach in your omelet, a few spears of asparagus with dinner, a sprinkle of parsley on your soup. These are not big steps, but they are powerful ones. They rebuild your foundation, one nutrient, one bite at a time. Let me ask you something. What brought you here today? Was it the ache in your knees when you climb stairs? Was it that strange buzzing sensation in your fingers when you hold your coffee cup? Or maybe it was that quiet fear in the back of your mind, the one that wonders, what if this gets worse? What if I lose my independence? If that's you, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not too late. Your body is capable of healing, rebuilding, and growing stronger. And it starts with feeding it what it needs. The vegetables we explored today are not just food. They are functional medicine. They trigger healing pathways. They soothe inflamed nerves. They rebuild collagen from the inside out. And unlike synthetic treatments, they come with no side effects, only benefits that multiply with time. But the biggest takeaway is this: you must be consistent. A few healthy meals won't undo years of wear. But daily habits, small, steady, and focused, can change the course of your next decade. So here's your call to action. Start with just 2 or 3 of the vegetables we discussed. Rotate them into your meals this week. Observe how your body responds. Do your hands feel less stiff? Are your steps more confident? Write it down. Come back to this video. Revisit what spoke to you. Let it become a guide, not just content. And please don't walk this journey alone. Tell me in the comments, what symptom brought you here? Was it the burning in your hands, the weakness in your legs, or just a longing to feel strong again? Share your story below. We read every comment and reply personally, because your journey matters. If this video gave you even one insight, one spark of hope, then do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss what we're sharing next, and pass this video along to someone you care about. You never know whose life might change from one simple suggestion. You are not helpless. You are not fragile. You are rebuilding, stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever.